Hello, everybody, and welcome to Right Here, Right Now, live Buffalo Football Talk, presented by Forefathers Organics. I'm your host, Alex Brasky, here for the Batavia Daily and Livingston County News. Each week, we'll discuss Buffalo's favorite football team, along with all the comings and goings from Orchard Park, thanks to our friends at Forefathers Organics in Dansville.
Unlock the power of nature with Forefathers Organics, your premium CBD store. We offer the highest quality CBD and hemp products to liberate your mind, body, and soul, helping you live happy and free. Our mission is driven by excellence and transparency, using cutting-edge scientific methods to combat stress and target issues at their source. From potent ingestible CBD to soothing topicals, all our products are USDA certified organic. Discover all natural wellness from farm to table. Visit forefathersorganics.com for more information.
All right, Josh Allen, your 2024 NFL MVP. Many expected this as the day went on. The odds kind of shifted, and on Polymarket, the percentages drifted drastically in Josh Allen's favor as we get a comment from our man Luke, who I see on my way to games along I think it's Big Tree Road there, big man waving people into the parking lots. A lot of people excited about Josh Allen winning the 2024 NFL MVP. A lot of drama surrounding this award for the past several months in terms of the discussion. Should it be Josh Allen? Should it be Lamar Jackson? The discourse turning toxic at times between the two fan bases. But in the end, it's Josh Allen earning the award, and the final numbers, Allen earning 27 of 50 first-place votes. He outvotes Lamar Jackson a total of 383 to 362 in terms of, I believe that's a point voting system or what have you. So Allen earns the award, 4 more first-place votes than Lamar Jackson, and Jackson doesn't even earn the Offensive Player of the Year. That goes to Philadelphia Eagles running back Saquon Barkley for his near record-setting performance this season. So Josh Allen, plenty of flowers. He was also awarded the FedEx Air Player of the Year. He was also awarded the Art Rooney Award for sportsmanship, and that came months after he was I guess, deemed the biggest trash talker in the league by his peers. So a lot of face time for Josh Allen, and really a lot of face time for the Bills in this one, for the NFL honors. You had Deion Dawkins dancing up to the stage, also presenting the award to his teammate. You had Damar Hamlin up for the Comeback Player of the Year award, which once again he gets snubbed for. So a good night for the Bills, and it's capped by the MVP award for Josh Allen, the third player in Bills history to earn NFL MVP honors, joining O.J. Simpson and Thurman Thomas. Simpson doing so during the 1973 season, Thomas doing so during the 1991 season. And for me, this all came down to value and exactly what the award is supposed to be. You look at All-Pro first team, and that should be, in my opinion, more of a statistical-based award. It goes to Lamar Jackson. He puts up the numbers this year for the Baltimore Ravens with all the firepower surrounding him, namely Derrick Henry out of the backfield. But when it comes to most valuable player, you have to look at what's surrounding Josh Allen, and nowhere near the amount of talent that Lamar Jackson is surrounded with over there in Baltimore. And it can really just go as deep as Derrick Henry. When you have that 1-2 punch out of the backfield, it's very hard to overcome for opposing defenses. And although James Cook, a transcendent season, he puts forth the league lead in rushing touchdowns, 16, I believe, tying Thurman Thomas's franchise record, goes for over 1,000 yards for his second season, but nowhere near the force that Derrick Henry is. And if you look at beyond James Cook within the Bills offense, who else do the Bills have? You have a Pro Bowl receiver over there in Baltimore in Zay Flowers, who missed the Bills-Ravens postseason game. That played a big role and the Ravens offense being thwarted by the Bills defense in that game. But if you look at the Bills roster, beyond James Cook, beyond Josh Allen, there's really not much firepower to be talked about. You have Khalil Shakir, a consistent force, a possession receiver, recording those receptions consistently out of the slot and in short yardage, using that yard after catch ability. But the Bills don't have that number one true matchup beater down the field. They did trade for Amari Cooper midway through the season, but an aging player, a player who dealt with injury throughout the course of the season. So if you look at the totality of not only what Josh Allen accomplished in terms of the numbers, in terms of the record-setting performances that he put forth, and the record-breaking efforts that he put forth that we'll get to a little bit later, you just have to take everything into account in terms of what each team had at their disposal. And you have Christopher Yara apparently not in favor of Josh Allen earning the award, believes a little bit of robbery. Maybe he was referring to Damar Hamlin not earning Comeback Player of the Year, but somehow I believe he's referring to the Josh Allen. We also have Tom happy for his quarterback, Joshy. So, yeah, for me, this all came down to value. And if you look at the two teams, what each quarterback means to each team, not to discount what Lamar Jackson means to the Ravens, but I think Josh Allen means just a little bit more to the Bills. And I think the voting for the MVP showed that 4 more first-place votes for Josh Allen in this one, the third player in Bills history to earn the MVP award. And you had a feeling this was coming throughout the day. You heard rumblings of Josh Allen being on the grounds in New Orleans, his family being there, some brass of the Bills being there. You had Sean McDermott, Brandon Beane, owner Terry Pagula. Not so sure you can have all of them on site at the NFL honors. Josh Allen in the front row with his parents and fiance, Haley Steinfeld, who Josh Allen referred to as his rock during his acceptance speech. Not sure you're going to have them all attend the event just for him to take home the FedEx Air and Sportsmanship Awards. So I think there was signs pointing to this. You also had, like I think I mentioned earlier, Poly Market, the percentages shifting toward Allen as the day went on. I think odds in some markets also shifting toward Allen as well in terms of the betting market. So there were signs pointing towards this, but the NFL had it pretty well kept under wraps. Tracy Wolfson, I think, got a little bit tricked a little bit early by a scam account or something like that. So, but all in all, a good night for the Bills, a good night for Josh Allen, earns the MVP award. And we'll get into a little bit of what we saw from Allen this season. Just an incredible year for the Bills quarterback. And this graphic, courtesy of the Bills, if I can find it here. Just incredible stuff for Allen on the season. This is all that he accomplished. Once again, this graphic courtesy of the Buffalo Bills, just leading this offense to incredible numbers and record-breaking numbers. This is the most touchdowns and most points scored by the Bills in a single season in franchise history. Let me get you the numbers on that. I know you have it for you. I know it's on your screen there. I'm having trouble finding it on my screen here. But 60-plus touchdowns, over 600 points, 500 points scored, excuse me. So 63 touchdowns, 509 points scored during the 2024 season. Both franchise records. The Bills win their 5th straight AFC East title. The Bills clinched that in Week 13. And that was the fastest that any team had clinched a divisional title since 2009. He also guided the Bills offense to 30 points or more in 8 straight games. That happened from weeks 7 to 15. That tied the longest such streak in NFL history. So just the point production alone and the touchdown production that Josh Allen helped his team put up this season, and the consistency at which they were able to do so. Just incredible stuff this season. And looking even deeper into the numbers, You get a little specific with it, becoming the only player in history to record several different incredible statistical performances. And the most notable, in my opinion, he becomes the first player in league history to record multiple games of 340 plus yards passing, 60 plus yards rushing, 2 plus passing touchdowns, and 2 plus rushing touchdowns during his career. And he did so during consecutive weeks in weeks 14 and 15 against the Lions and Rams, respectively. Steve Young, the only other NFL player to ever even accomplish that feat a single time, doing so during the 1991 season. So I think that just goes to show the value that Josh Allen provides to his team on a week out basis, able to do that in back-to-back weeks, over 340 yards passing, 60 plus yards rushing, 2 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns. Just incredible stuff from Josh Allen. And we all remember the lake effect lateral from Amari Cooper, probably the most memorable moment from the season, perhaps challenging that 4th and 2 against the Kansas City Chiefs that helped the Bills wrap up that regular season victory over their rival. That Week 13 win over the San Francisco 49ers, Josh Allen becoming the first quarterback in league history to record a passing, rushing, and receiving touchdown in a single game. Recorded the trio of scores on that pass to Amari Cooper on the left side. Amari Cooper, the lateral to Allen, diving for the left pylon. Great photos came from that through the snow. Just a really memorable play. And that's another factor that I think played in to Josh Allen's MVP candidacy. Just the memorable moments that he put forth year in and year out, week in and week out, not only setting records, but plays like the 4th and 2 against the Chiefs, plays like that play against the San Francisco 49ers diving for the pylon. Like I said, just really impressive stuff from Josh Allen and really memorable stuff from Josh Allen week after week. And in terms of where Josh Allen stacks up in the course of history, he becomes the first player in NFL history to record 40-plus touchdowns in 5 consecutive seasons. And Aaron Rodgers is the only other player who has recorded 5 such seasons throughout his career. But Allen, the first to do so in 5 straight seasons. So it was just amazing to watch all season long. And I'll give you the total numbers for Allen this season. 3,731 yards passing, 63.6% completion rate, threw for 28 touchdowns against just 6 interceptions. And that's something we'll touch on a little bit later. He added 531 yards rushing on only 102 carries, and he also had 12 touchdowns rushing, increasing his touchdown total to 40. And like I said, he's the first player ever 40-plus touchdowns in 5 consecutive seasons. So those are a lot of numbers on what Josh Allen accomplished this season. We'll get to a few more on the other side of this quick break, thanks to our friends at Forefathers Organics in Dansville.
Unlock the power of nature with Forefathers Organics, your premium CBD store. We offer the highest quality CBD and hemp products to liberate your mind, body, and soul, helping you live happy and free. Our mission is driven by excellence and transparency, using cutting-edge scientific methods to combat stress and target issues at their source. From potent ingestible CBD to soothing topicals, all our products are USDA certified organic. Discover all natural wellness from farm to table. Visit forefathersorganics.com for more information.
All right, so Josh Allen, the 2024 NFL MVP, edging Lamar Jackson by 4 first-place votes to earn the honor. He becomes the 3rd player since MVP was first awarded in 1957 to win the award, despite not being named first team All-Pro, that courtesy of ESPN. So very impressive stuff for Josh Allen, and unprecedented stuff for Allen as well. And perhaps the most unprecedented factor or element, I should say, of his entire season, the way that he was able to protect the ball and avoid sacks this season. The Bills record just 8 turnovers on the year, and Allen was the only Bills player to record a turnover this season. 8 giveaways on the year. That is the least by any team in a single season since 1990. And he also throws just the 6 interceptions, which is a career low for Allen as well. So his efficiency really jumped off the page this year, and I think that's what kind of overwhelmed the voters in terms of honoring him as the 2024 MVP here tonight as part of what was a pretty cringy NFL honors, if I must say so. A little bit too much dancing. You had Justin Jefferson losing his spot on the prompter. There were some good moments, and I'm not saying that it was a disaster by any means, but some typical cringy moments that you expect from these award shows. And beyond the turnover numbers for Josh Allen, he spoke about this at the podium after he was presented the MVP award. It's really a team award, and when you look at the Bills specifically, it really comes down to the offensive line and what they were able to do in protecting Josh Allen this season. Only 14 sacks allowed by the Bills this season, the fewest of any team since 2009. So you hear a steady theme throughout this broadcast, and that's just the not unprecedented, but the setting new standards in this new era of football are Josh Allen and the Bills, and obviously the quarterback at the head of the snake, and very deserving of this MVP award. And he mentioned once again how it's a team award in terms of franchise accomplishment this season. The team success that Buffalo found on the year really rivaled only that 1990s team. The early 1990s, they make it to the 4 consecutive Super Bowls. But this year, you make it to the AFC Championship game, and that's after beating both conferences' number 1 seed. You beat the Chiefs and the Lions during the regular season. You become the first team in NFL history to beat 2 14-win teams during a regular season. And Allen was the driver of the bus during both of those games. He recorded 747 total yards and 6 touchdowns while not being sacked a single time in those 2 victories. So just, I can't say it enough, remarkable stuff from Josh Allen on the season. And if I didn't read off enough stuff for you, you can go and search Josh Allen records broken this season, and the Democrat and Chronicle has a bunch of them online. A bunch of them can be found elsewhere online. I already showed you the graphic. We'll show you once again here, presented by the Bills this season. Their social media staff does a phenomenal job keeping everybody up to date, and did a great job tonight presenting people with some great content to share and celebrate. It's a great moment for the fans to celebrate their quarterback and his individual accomplishment. You didn't get the team accomplishment. I'm sure Josh Allen would trade everything for a Lombardi trophy, or at least a shot at a Lombardi trophy this year. But to set all these franchise records, 262 total touchdowns now. He surpasses Jim Kelly's record. He ties Thurman Thomas for the most rushing touchdowns in franchise history with 65. The first quarterback in NFL history, like I said, with the passing, rushing, and receiving in a single game. Let's see, the most wins, total touchdowns, total yards by any player in their first 7 seasons. So just historic stuff, and a season we'll never forget. Hopefully we'll see some more team success down the road. Hopefully the Bills find their way to a Super Bowl appearance here soon. But if it's any consolation, Josh Allen awarded the NFL MVP this season, and a well-deserved honor for Josh Allen, and something his teammates can really relish in as well. He always gives so much credit to them, and he makes them feel very important to his success. So I'm sure something that Deion Dawkins, who was at the NFL honors, and many of his other teammates really basking in the glory of this one as well at the award ceremony tonight. But a few qualms that I had with the award ceremony. I already mentioned that Damar Hamlin not honored as comeback player of the year, and I understand those that say, what did he come back from this season? He returned to the field last year. Josh Allen mentioning it. I believe during his postseason address that Damar Hamlin should have won Comeback Player of the Year last season. Obviously, that wasn't the case, but he's obviously invited to the NFL honors. He's given an Invisalign commercial, which I'm sure puts a little bit of money in his pocket. But once again, snubbed for the award. And what I was confused with is they give it to Joe Burrow, who, yes, he did, as comedian Mo Brown, Damar robbed. I have to agree with you, comedian Mo Brown. Joe Burrow does sustain that wrist injury last year, I believe around week 10, week 11, that forces him out of action. But what did he do that can even pale or even stack up, I should say, to what Damar Hamlin has done, coming back 2 seasons removed from that just devastating injury in the middle of the field in Cincinnati? I thought he was going to be awarded Comeback Player of the Year. I thought if you put him on the ballot, you invite him to the NFL honors. I was pretty shocked that Damar Hamlin didn't receive Comeback Player of the Year. And I didn't see who was named the Walter Payton Man of the Year, but I don't see it on the Bills page. So I want to say he was not awarded Walter Payton Man of the Year, and that's disappointing. You see all the work that Dion does in the community year in and year out, really commits himself to helping Bills Mafia and the Buffalo community. So disappointing to see him come up empty-handed in that regard. Hopefully we'll see that offensive lineman award come about in years to come, and maybe he'll get all pro honors in that offensive lineman award if that's ever installed into this award process. But Josh Allen goes from most overrated at the beginning of the season, as the Bills social media staff puts out another great graphic voted on by his peers, to now the most valuable player, voted on by the Associated Press, among others. And well-deserved. Comedian Mo Brown once again celebrating, as many Bills fans are, as Luke Prince as well. Happy for next year, man. Josh is an amazing guy. Is in my neighborhood basketball league, actually, and just really cares about people. Luke, I'd love to see you battling Josh Allen down there in the post. I don't think he'd stand a chance. Give him a little barbecue chicken up there. I think he'd be history. But yeah, Josh Allen really has taken this franchise to another level, a consistent championship contender year in and year out. Fantastic to see him get his flowers, honored at this level, to have his family there, to have the franchise there, to have his beloved fiance there as well. A great moment for Josh Allen. Well-deserved, and I'm sure a bit of partying to come over the next several hours. So before we get on out of here, let's hear one more word from our sponsor, Forefathers Organics in Dansville. At Forefathers Organics, their mission is to liberate, educate, and innovate with the highest quality CBD and hemp-derived products for your mind, body, and soul, so you can live happy and free. Visit them at 87 Franklin Street in Dansville, online at forefathersorganics.com, or call them at 585-335-2223 to learn more about the products they offer. All right, that's it for the Josh Allen MVP talk. Congratulations to his family, and the Bills organization. A phenomenal achievement, not only for the individual, but for the team as well. Now, getting to some housekeeping items. Moving forward, we will shift to once-a-week pods during the off-season and into the training camp season coming up in the months to come. Right here, right now, I am still solo. We're going to work out maybe a co-host situation. We'll see what we can muster up in that regard. We'll have Mike Rose on here as well, our new reporter at the Batavia Daily News. So looking forward to many things to come on Right Here, Right Now, live Buffalo football talk. But we'll begin with some off-season talk next week. We'll dive into free agency, what the Bills should do in terms of their own free agents, who they should keep in-house, and if they should go out and get Myles Garrett I'll give you a little spoiler. Yes, they should go out and get Myles Garrett. Move heaven and earth. Do whatever you can. Get Myles Garrett. Bring him in. Try to win the Super Bowl next year. I know you already did that with Von Miller, and it didn't work out. But as the Bills said at the end of the season, you have to keep kicking the door. And kicking the door involves taking chances and taking leaps of faith like this with a great player like Myles Garrett. But that's where we'll start next week, right here, right now, live Buffalo Football Talk. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time.